I'm asking, do you want to have a versus? Versus. Versus.
No, I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen, do we have any verses for us this week?
Ladies first.
I found that verse I was talking about. No, no, the regulation. Okay, bet. Okay. Anyway,
No, that Alzheimer's kicking in.
it's okay. It's okay. So I went with Matthew 5:23 through 24. Would you say and or would you say through? Doesn't matter. 23, 24. You get it. In short, it says, go and make peace with that person, then come back and offer your gift. And basically what I got from this was how we treat others matters a lot to God. And it makes no sense, leaving matters unresolved with those who mean the most to you, because tomorrow's not promised. And yeah,
I got a question.
sure.
Me and you cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have an issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because we're cool, I don't know how to resolve the issue because I know us resolving it is going to put us in a bad place. What do I do?
You put us in a bad place. You got to make things uncomfortable before they get comfortable.
And then if it doesn't get comfortable, we just got to live with it.
If you do what you need to do to make it comfortable, and if you can't achieve that, then it wasn't meant to be, personally. Like, I've had a lot of issues with friends. I've had a lot of issues with siblings, with family members and whatnot, Like, you have to be uncomfortable for a second, and you got to get over it, because just having that elephant in the room, it's more detrimental the longer it lasts. And, yeah, if you don't resolve this issue, whatever it is, right now, then, I mean, why? Like, why are you holding on to this grudge for no reason, Your sins are forgiven, all right? Now, why do you think you're so, whatever, that you can hold a grudge?
It's not even about like grudge holding. It's more so like
Keeping the peace between a friendship.
yeah, you feel me? I'm willing to put my emotions aside for the betterment of whatever it is we got. But I mean, the verse says otherwise, which is why I asked the question.
I understand what you're saying. And maybe it's just the way my mind is wired. I think everyone's emotions in whatever friendship, partnership, relationship, any ship really that you're in matters. So if you had an issue with me, I would want you to say something, And if I had an issue with you, I'm for sure going to say something. Even if it's something like, even if you just stepped on my foot right now, I'd be like, yo, you stepped on my foot. I don't like that. You could be,
Y'all should resolve y'all's issue.
But it wasn't a big issue to me for me to, like, feel any differently about him. If you want to, like, it's not bothering me for real. Now, had his shoes been covered with mud, I'd be like, yo.
In the all white too, that is, yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
My fault, OG.
Okay. I was just
You
wondering.
lost your pee on your shoe again.
No, I didn't.
I made you look.
Kimmy, did you have something you wanted to share today? You're such a child. Yo, Brody, you got you got something for us, bro?
What's a specific verse? Not necessarily a verse per se, but based off of what she just said, based off of how not this past week but last week went, like to start, I would say like not holding grudges and like forgiving people because we were forgiven. I think that's like super important, because in one of my classes, like, you know how we have to do discussions and stuff, and like there's certain aspects to every discussion. It wasn't recording, was it?
That bitch is full, nigga.
You don't delete film.
I do. I got a bunch of shit, bro. Keep talking though.
Alright.
We'll figure it out.
So like one of my professors, right? I reached out to her because like there's a discussion where it's like we got to talk about the article related to us, respond to another person, ask a question. Those four main things, right? So each week to start the class, like it was something new. Like the first week, oh, I didn't talk about the article enough. Okay, cool. Next week, oh, you didn't talk about your family enough. All right. Week after that, oh, you didn't ask the question. I'm like, so now I'm like, all right, bro, like what's really good. So I reached out to my instructor because obviously a nigga was frustrated, right? And I guess like the tone in which I reached out to her, like it was real, like not disrespectful, but it didn't like, yeah, that's the word, like real abrasive. So that's the energy she matched me with. So like for 2 days I was going back and forth with my instructor, like CC and the TA. The TA was probably reading these emails like, what the fuck is going on? And I ain't gonna lie, I went to church and I was like, damn, you know, that conviction hit. So, and like the conviction, it was like just like humility, like remain humble. You know what I'm saying? I think it's in 1 Peter 5 verse 10. It's like humble yourself before the Lord, and He will exalt you at the right time. So, you know, I went and I apologized to my instructor, and you know, she took it well. Like I guess like she needed that because I guess she deals with that a lot, like going back and forth with students. So she was like, you don't know how much it means to me that you apologize. And on the very next assignment, I got 100. I got all my points. So I was like, listen. So I was like, we all good.
It's funny how it
We ain't got no
works.
beef. So, you know, I think Rose talking about her verse and then considering how like this past week has gone and whatnot, I think humility and just forgiveness, it goes a long way.
I got another question. I don't have also anything to share. Y'all gotta hold me to it, bro. I've been lacking. I haven't had anything to share for a minute. I gotta have something to share from now on. All right, so y'all gotta hold me accountable. I do got a question though. So you talk about like when we sin, when we do stuff wrong, whatever, right? We're gonna do it. It's inevitable. Cool. I don't like when I sin. Like I think there's a difference in terms of just how I act when I sin and it was an honest mistake, right? As opposed to repetitive sins, right? The ones that like you find yourself just over and over after you know you're not supposed to be doing it, whatever the case may be. How do y'all bounce back from those? Because I think this is me personally speaking. I'm starting to get almost like disappointed in myself because I know I'm better than this, but I'm continuing to find myself in said wrong. How do y'all bounce back?
Me personally, I know exactly what you're going through, and going back to scripture, like that's literally how the devil wants us to feel. He wants us to self-condemn. He wants us to feel like, damn, I did it again. God don't want to hear from me. Like, I know this is going to come get me one way, shape, form, or another. And realistically, that's not, when you live under grace, you don't have to abide by that feeling. Because the feeling of guilt, the feeling of disappointment, that comes from living under the law. Like, and I say that not specifically the 10 Commandments where it's like, thou shalt not kill, steal, destroy. Like, living under the law is more so like trying to do something in your own strength. And then when you're not able to do it, then you're disappointed. Because if we look at the Bible, like that's literally what the Old Testament was. The law was given, and regardless or not, like people sinned in one way, shape, or form, right? And that's where Jesus comes in. That's where Jesus comes in, because it's like, that's what grace does. Because
I don't want to abuse it though.
And I understand that. So I think for me, what I do is like, I stay in the word, but I just reaffirm myself in certain things. Like, I am the righteousness of God in Christ. Like, as He is in heaven, so am I on earth. Like, I just try to reaffirm these things because thoughts will come into my mind, and I'm pretty sure we all struggle with it. But it's like, it starts with a thought, then it becomes an action, then it becomes a habit. So it's like, I guess the stopping point is like, before it becomes that action, like you really got to contemplate that thought and really like break it down and be like, is this what the Lord's will for me is? Like, does He want me to do this? Does He want me to do that? And I think once we really like take a step back and ask ourselves that question, I think that's when we get to see like the transformation of grace. Because the only man that was able to really fulfill the commandments was Jesus. You know,
Different.
different for sure. And I mean, I guess that's like literally the best way I could put it. Like, don't self-condemn like when you come up short, because we're flesh. We're gonna come up short. But in Romans 5 it says, I think it's Romans 5 or Romans 8. I think it's Romans 8. Romans 8:6. We walk not according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. For to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the Spirit is life and peace. So once you have that in your mind and you face with a challenge, be like, all right, is this pleasing my flesh or is it pleasing my spirit?
It makes it easy. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So
You have something you want to say?
Let me add to that. I saw this video and I sent it to my sisters, and I think I sent it to my friend Kinsey. I'm sent it to a lot of people, but regardless,
Jane
In
sent
the
it to me.
I'm pretty sure I did.
She need to come
She-
on the pod.
You probably did. Who? No.
Both of 'em.
Don't start. Don't
Yo.
start. Don't start.
Continue, Rose.
So basically in this video, the man was saying how worship is more than just singing songs in church, singing songs in your car. You know, yeah, that's part of it, but worshiping God is also, you know, denying your flesh and like different things related to that. Like if there's something that you know you shouldn't be doing, actively try not to do it, you know, and truly worship God. And just, what else did Buddy say in this video? Long story short, this is going to sound super, I don't mean to be like a bitch, but just don't do it. Is what I got from this video. And I know it's okay. I know it's easier said than done, but like Zay said, like, I don't know how to word it. Anyway, but I'm pretty sure you get the gist of what I'm trying to say.
When it comes down to it, it's really you got to ask yourself the question, is this of God or not?
It's black and white.
Pretty much. God is black and white. He don't sugarcoat nothing.
Actively
Worship
try
me,
to deny your flesh.
You going to be straight. You don't worship me, you going to hell.
Smoke. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it.
You got this, buddy.
Hopefully.
Oh, cute. I'm sorry. Manly.
It's real sexist. It's
That
real,
was
real
super
sexist.
sexist.
But you know, it's cool.
It's fine. It's okay.
Okay, I have a question.
Oh, Jesus.
So, like, why is it, like, disrespectful or, like, you know, if
Why
I
are you
say
talking
something
like that? Wait.
sexist?
Why are you speaking like that?
That's how I, like, talk.
No, y'all heard the tone in which she was
You
talking?
sound white.
Yeah, as fuck.
Like you already sound white. But
You
like
can
Stop.
sound colors now? What? I don't understand.
yeah,
Oh my
you can
God.
definitely sound colors. People hear you talk, they know you from the cliff. You feel me? No, that's for real though.
What color is the cliff?
Are y'all done? Well, this is where you're supposed to come and speak some Spanish, nigga. Goodness gracious.
Well, just start speaking Spanish.
Yeah, we hear the cliff.
Quiero Taco Bell.
Chalupa that's so crazy.
What's a chalupa?
You know how to make a chalupa from scratch?
What's a chalupa?
I'm Dominican. We don't chalupa.
I'm gonna be at your house.
You're Dominican?
You didn't know that?
Nah, I just thought she was a black girl who speaks Spanish for real.
You're fucking with me.
I'm being dead ass. I'm being dead ass. I had to type out something.
I told you I love Dominicans. Was that not the hint?
Oh, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense.
Just
Oh, you did say that. Okay, the math is
And
starting
I,
to
the
math
Negroes.
now. The math is mathing now.